Scott Russell, just wanted to talk a little bit about real estate, about men, and about where this is all going. I've been doing this for quite a few years now and talked to people in Venezuela and places like this where things have collapsed before. And my friend in Venezuela has been trying to sell his house for years and years and years. And I think what we're watching happen here is people are going to the defaults. Everybody thinks the same. It's a herd mentality. And so in panicking, and they're pulling their money out and they're buying houses. I'm here in Townsville. There's a housing boom. People are buying houses because everyone down south has heard that houses are cheap here and they're coming and investing in houses. Just got off the phone to a businessman in Canberra who's telling me the real estate, the rental market is significantly gone way down there. And I think we do well to understand that real estate is too normal. They've told us, the WEF has said, we are coming after your real estate, and they are coming after your real estate. So you can go and park your money in houses and it's not really going to be where you want to be. So I'm down in Canberra here in a couple of nights' time on Friday night, and just some men are coming together. There's a lot of them out of the building industry actually that are sort of coming together. They're trying to make ends meet. They are struggling because the building industry has pretty much collapsed. So these men are trying to maintain a lifestyle that they cannot keep. They're desperate. They're doing things that are acts of desperation. Any hint of money's they're just so wound tight with money. So anyway, we're going to a restaurant if you're in Canberra, and this video's, you better look at the date, but if you're in Canberra, you're welcome to come and join us. But just encouraging some of these men. There's men that have been, as I've mentioned in other videos, suicidal, their health's collapsing, their heart's going out, they're just a lot of pressure from, and really if we're really going to get down to it, it's the pressure as men that we've put on ourselves. Nobody's asked us to do that. We've put that on ourselves thinking that we're whatever. But ultimately it comes down to, you might say, well, I've provided for my family. And that's honourable. But sometimes as men you can look at your life and go, in my provision, there's a big chunk of it is all about my identity. A big chunk of it's all about me, because if all this disappeared, can I still connect? Can I still connect with my wife? Can I still connect with the people around my life? And many men can't. And so I think a lot of desperation is coming up, and so you might be in other parts of the world. I want to just encourage you to stand strong. You are going to have a change in your lifestyle. You are going to have a change in the way things happen around your life. And it's whether or not you're going to take that journey by choice or whether that journey is going to get forced on you. I just know that it's so easy to bury our head in the sand, go into denial and think that we can just keep going. The next thing. And I had a friend in the States that passed away recently that his marriage fell apart. His wife and him, they would buy another house to medicate, go on another holiday to medicate, buy a BMW to medicate. But what it was doing was just kicking the can down the road, that ultimately their marriage fell apart. He had massive payments for houses that he couldn't make. He was in desperation. Walked a lot of miles with that man every morning, and ultimately he got through, and God took care of him. This is a time to know God. This is a time to realize that your ordinary's gone away. You want ordinary to come back? You're a fool. It's gone away. And like I keep saying, too many of us are with all the wrong people in all the wrong places doing all the wrong things. And it's time we got into all the right places with all the right people doing all the right things. And there's people, men, women, that are stepping up and starting to realize they need to make changes in their life that are affirmative and positive changes. Yep, change is scary. But you know what? When you're making the change, you have a little bit of control, a bit of influence over what happens. But when change is thrust on you, you'll collapse. You collapse, and it'll be all you can do to stand on your feet. So if you're feeling that knock on your life to make changes, to downsize, to move on, to not move on, to whatever it is, I suggest you listen. And I suggest that you become proactive in what you do, because, like I've said, things are only going to get worse here. And when it collapses on you, then it's in control, not you. But when you are proactive and you're walking in directions that you know you need to walk in, because for me, like I've talked about, we get God on the inside and I follow the peace. When I follow the peace, it leads me to where I need to go. I don't know 3 steps up the line, but I know my next step. And when I don't know my next step, I don't move. When my next step comes and I have a piece of that, like I've said, walking on the beach, I'm going to be up this weekend after Canberra on Friday night. I'll be up on the Gold Coast watching my son play football on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday morning, probably bright and early, 9, it's not so early maybe, 9 a.m. I'll be on the beach walking. Why? Because I'm talking to God about changes in my life and things that He's doing and people and places and stuff that seems to be coming around. And I suggest that that's a good place to start for all of us. That we reach out, swallow our pride and just say, God, if you're real, if you don't believe in Him, that's fine. You don't have to believe in Him. Like I've said, I've been so betrayed by love. I don't believe in love. But then again, I'm getting touched by it. So it's real. But it's just I can't control it, and it scares the pants off of me because you can't control it. God, you can't control God. That doesn't mean He doesn't exist. Because you've made no place for Him in your life doesn't mean He doesn't exist. It means that you've buried your head in the sand. You probably had some religious hurt, religious background, someone that's said or done things to you, or you're someone that's been betrayed and you're trying to understand life and control life and hold life tight so you don't get hurt. But friend, the tighter you hold life, the more chance you've got of getting hurt. Let go. Come and dance. Dance with the people that are around your life that need to be there, the people of like spirit. You know, for these men on Friday night, we'll just, there's no agenda. It's just to be there, to talk to them, to encourage them, to let them know that we feel them. And it's not some touchy-feely men's group of, no, it's just a group of gutsy guys coming together and having a laugh. And in that, whatever comes up, you always know people get encouraged and lives get changed. So be that one. There's others around you that need you. It's easy to take and let people encourage you, but there's a time where you've got to encourage others. And in encouraging others, we all rise together. I like to say that the best relationships for me, the ones that I put emphasis on, are the ones where they don't take and I don't give and into a black hole. That which takes life is no good. It's something that as I give, it gives to me. It's reciprocal. It's not that we do a deal, but it's just the same spirit. You meet someone, you feel like you've known them forever, and you're just with them, and it just comes back, and you give to them, and it comes back, and it goes, and yeah, you say some stupid things, you do some stupid things, but they don't care because they love you. And that's the type of people I'm building around my life, and being very aware to just flow in that. Making room for that in my life. And as I make room for that, I find the needs are met and things are done. So friend, keep going. Real estate, I don't personally feel it's a good thing. Get into the essentials that when things collapse, it'll be things that people have to have. You're going to have to get creative, aren't you? You're going to have to get creative. Get in with a group of guys like I'm talking about. I've got a global group of guys that I talk with a lot, and they doing the same sort of things, some amazing ideas. Go over those ideas, find the right people and flow with them. God bless you.